Hey everyone, it's Dan with Switcher Studio. I just wanted to give you all a quick tutorial on the Irig Pre and the Irig Pro, how to use them and some of the features of them. So in front of me you'll see I of course have the Irig Pre right here, and here's the Irig Pro. This is the one that we use for a ton of different productions. It's really powerful and relatively cheap. It has the TRS adapter on it, so that's the 3 rings that you can plug right into your iPad or other iOS device and get that audio perfectly. So let's go over the features of this guy first really quick. So there's of course the on off and then plus 48. We'll get to that in a second, that plus 48. Down here is the input. That is an XLR input. So if you have any device that can take an XLR output or convert that to an XLR, that's what you're going to use to plug in right here. And then on the side, you'll see the gain. This is how loud it's going to be. So I'd recommend bringing it all the way down. And then as you're monitoring your audio or testing it, you can slowly bring it up until it gets right to where you want it. Once you have it perfect, you'll stop and be good to go. Then of course up top here is the headphone jack, so you can monitor that audio. But yeah, let's talk about this phantom power here, this plus 48. So if I go ahead and slide that up, you're going to see the red light turn on. That means that this iRig is giving power to your microphone. Now, some mics need that, some mics don't. And then, of course, the other way to bring audio into this iRig Pre is from a mixer or something else. And a mixer will never need that phantom power on. That's actually going to make it be too loud. So it might be you're getting like a lot of feedback or a lot of distortion or something. The first thing I would do is check where you're sending your line from. See if that thing has a battery or not, or if it's a mixer. If it is, try it without. That is what I would start with, just having it be on the green, turning it up. If it doesn't sound good, you can hit that plus 48 and of course turn it down again and try from there. But this is a mic level input, and some of you audio guys out there might be thinking, well, then I can't send a line from a mixer. But trust me, you can. That's what I do all the time. You just drop your gain almost all the way down and just turn it up just barely at all, and it's gonna sound fine. Again, that's of course without the phantom power on if you're using a mixer. But just to give you an idea of something, let me see, where are my mics? Or yeah, here we go. So here's just an old Rode mic that we have. This one has a battery built in. As you can see, like if I do that, it's gonna show me power and stuff. So this one will not need phantom power if I had it. But then of course I have a mic like this one here that we use for a lot of our productions. This is an Asden mic, just a little shotgun mic. And this one doesn't have a switch to turn on or anything, so this needs power. This is where you would use the phantom power and enable it. If you did that with the Rode, you could not turn on that other mic, and it would, without phantom power, it would be, or enable the phantom power, and you'd be fine. But what I would recommend is using the built-in battery on that mic if you can. Of course, this mic doesn't have that, so you're going to have to give it that phantom power. That might be a little confusing. You can email us if you have other questions with that. But yeah, the quick bullet points on that are: check your mic to see if it has a battery in it. If it does, it probably doesn't need phantom power, so make sure that just the green button's on, not the red. Or if you're sending from a mixer, don't enable phantom power. If your mic does need that phantom power, enable it. You can always refer to your microphone's manual too, and that'll probably give you the information. See, Irig Pro, I should say, is pretty similar to the Irig Pre. The big difference is it can take a 1/4-inch input as well as the XLR. If you did that, and I've got it plugged in because it doesn't turn on until you do. So I've got it plugged into my phone over there, and that's through the charging port instead of the headphone jack. Same thing though. This is a MIDI in if you wanted to do that. I wouldn't worry too much about that. You can turn the phantom power on here. It's going to turn off right now because I don't have a mic going, but there it goes. And then we have the red there showing that's on. I'm going to keep that off for right now. And of course your gain, you can just turn this to bring it up or down. This Irig Pro can give you stereo sound if that's what you're needing. The Irig Pre is only going to give you mono. So if you're doing like a full band or something, you might want to look into an Irig Pro. It is a bit more expensive, but for everyday productions or if you're going out and just needing to connect something, I would recommend this guy, the Irig Pre. So that's a quick rundown on the iRigs. Like I said, this is what we use for almost all of our productions, and what I would recommend picking up just to make any connection possible that you would need. You can convert just about any audio signal into that XLR and bring it in to your iPad or other iOS device that way. So if you have other questions, email us at support@Switcher Studio, comment on this video, or check out our website, and we have a lot of other information there.